Hello, my paper peeps. Today I want to share how I create three-dimensional ephemera for my scrapbooks and journals. Over the years, I have come to love that vintage vibe and inject some elements into my crafting. I think in the design world, they call it transitional style, where they mix the old with the new. That is me to the core, and in today's tutorial I will share two techniques that will allow you to add beautiful elements that mix the old with the new. The first technique is what I call the perfectly rounded seal. Traditionally, wax seals have been created with a free pour of wax over a letter. Then, without fussing about placement, a metal seal is placed to press the wax into the paper. Now, honestly, times have changed and we're using wax seals on everything. Even though I gravitate towards the vintage vibe, I will occasionally add a modern twist like this perfectly rounded wax seal to create an elegant ephemera piece to my journals. Here I use a washer that you can get at your local hardware store, and it comes in several different sizes, so depending on the size of your wax seal will really depend on the size of washer that you purchase from the store. I usually melt about 4 to 5 beads of wax, and just make sure you completely melt the wax before you pour it. But be mindful not to overheat, as the wax will burn, which causes a discoloring of the wax, or worse, create unsightly bubbles that are not easy to remove. To prevent that, I make sure to mix the wax really well and pull up on the wax until I get a yogurt-like consistency that is not clumpy. Then, to ensure I get a perfectly rounded wax seal, I pour the wax directly in the middle of the washer. Now, our tendency is to want to swirl the wax around. Don't do that. Try not to swirl the wax, but pour it directly into one spot. Then hover your wax seal directly above the wax and gently let it sink into the wax. One way I finish off my wax seals is to use finishing powder like this. Truthfully, this powder is actually the consistency of your eyeshadow. So try this technique first with some old makeup, and if it's something you find yourself doing often and you're like, I love this, I want to invest in all the shimmers and glimmers out there, then you know what, go ahead and do that. But I would just try it first and see what you think, because you might just want to use your old makeup palettes to create these beauties. By the way, I will put a link to everything that you see here in the description box below. Voila, you have a perfectly rounded wax seal. Now, if you are a scrapbooker, then you might want to watch this video here, because I showcase how to create these with something I know you already have in your craft room. So check this one out. Now, the second technique is what I call the modern pour. Okay, who are we kidding? Sometimes to create the shapes we want, we have to bring in the experts. So I went out and I bought these. Here I purchased these molds to give me the look I was looking for. I recommend you follow the same tips as in the last technique. The only difference is that while the wax is still warm, push a skewer through the top to produce a hole if you want to use this as a chain bookmark. Then embellish with your favorite washi tape. I like using the PET tape from the Washi Tape shop. I find it adheres quite well to most surfaces, so you won't find these peeling on you over time. If you find yourself heading over to their shop and there's some beauties that you say, you know what, I have to have these, make sure you use the coupon code below to get 10% off your purchase. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you want more tips and tricks on how to jazz up your scrapbooks and journals, then you'll probably want to watch this video here. And if you want to know how I set up this monochromatic scrapbook journal, then you'll probably want to watch this video here. So until I see you in those videos, have a fantastic week, and I hope to see you in my other videos. Bye!